Alright, this is a video about the Mayweather versus Victor Ortiz fight. Um, as for the fight itself, it was gonna be so good. It only lasted like 4 rounds or whatever. It was disappointing because of how it ended. And the sad part about it, you can see it coming because I mean the whole fight was good. It was going back and forth. Mayweather was fighting his normal brilliant match, um, where he basically waits for his areas and gets his power punches in and counters everything where you can't really hit him. Victor was coming forward with a lot of power. Man, it was a good match. Like round one was good. Round two, Victor Ortiz actually won because he got a couple power punches in. Um, Round three, it's funny because even though I knew Mayweather was gonna win by decision, that's what I thought was gonna happen. It still left some okay, what if? Because Victor Ortiz was coming in and he was real aggressive. He just kept coming. Mayweather was nailing him, with right hands all night, and he was measuring them too. He was catching them all night, and Victor Ortiz was shaking them off. Victor Ortiz was coming at Mayweather, hitting him with combos, and he wasn't really connecting. And it was funny because the fighters were actually facing each other, shaking their head like. After a combination, Mayweather was like, "Nah, you're not doing anything." And then after Mayweather hit Victor, Victor was like, "Nah, you're not hurting me." So it was a good match, man. Then the fourth round comes, and it all goes out the door. It hit a pivotal point in the match because Mayweather was catching Ortiz the whole round, and then Ortiz just got this aggressive streak coming, and then he got Mayweather in the corner, and then he still wasn't really connecting. If you look at that exchange closely, he was connecting on some, but he still wasn't really connecting on as much as it looked like he was connecting on. And then he got him into a corner, and then he did like a jumping headbutt. Like he said it was an accident in the post review, and he looked like he was sorry afterwards, like he just got caught up in the moment. But I don't really see how that was an accident because he jumped into the headbutt. You know what I mean? So. Um, it's possible he could have just got like so caught up into the exchange he just went for it. But that was dirty. And then the ref docked him a point. He kind of had a stoppage. And then he was coming at Mayweather. Mayweather was like kind of had his guard up, like, all right, let's go. And then Victor Ortiz was still like apologetic. He was still like trying to hug him, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that or whatever. Let's continue this great fight or whatever. And then Floyd gave him a little hug, and then when he released, Victor turned his head for some reason. He said the referee said something to him, but if you look at the replay, the referee was looking in the other direction. So I don't know why he was looking at the referee. And then Mayweather caught him with a left hook, and that stunned him. And his hands was down like all the way. Even after the left hook, he didn't even bring his hands up. I guess he thought the referee was gonna like step in and stop it or something. I don't know. And then Mayweather finished cleaning them up with that straight right. That was something serious. Personally, if it was like a boring match like how Pacquiao and Sugar Shane was, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, whatever, it don't even matter. But this was a good boxing match, man. That was 4 solid rounds of boxing. That was some good boxing. You wanted that to go 12 and to be a decision, or you wanted it to be a late eighth round knockout or something. You know what I mean? You wanted it to be a good ending. You don't want it to be like question marks. And that's the thing, like, I don't know, like, people are gonna come down on Floyd, real hard for this. They're gonna be like, yeah, he knew he couldn't beat him or whatever. That's why he had to be cheap. But in all fairness, Victor Ortiz did do like that blatant headbutt first. So either way, it was disappointing because of the potential this match had, because that was some good boxing those first 3 rounds, and then it kind of fell apart in the fourth, and then it ended. And there's a lot of people laughing at it because Mayweather really cleaned his clock, but it wasn't. It was weird because, like, I don't know, it was whatever. Mayweather said at the end, it was funny because that old guy on HBO who always does the boxing was basically calling like Floyd dirty for that. And Floyd was like, man, whatever, you never give me a fair shot or whatever. And that was funny, it was entertaining or whatever. But man, all in all, for the potential that that match had, it was a disappointing ending. Um, and then now people are gonna say, especially the people who love Pacquiao, which I like Pacquiao too. I honestly think Floyd Mayweather. I think his technique, his boxing technique, will make him win a decision versus Pacquiao. That I honestly do believe that. But ultimately, it was disappointing because this had potential to be, like a real excellent boxing match, and it ended like abruptly. First of all, it was short, and then second of all, it ended with question marks. But that's the review over the Mayweather versus Victor Ortiz. Mayweather did say if he wants a rematch, he can get a rematch. So, um, when they go ahead and do that rematch, I'm probably gonna watch that one too. Still, I'm not gonna pay for it. But all in all, it was some other matches on the card. It was some guy who was popular. I forgot their names. It was Gomez versus this red-headed guy in Los Angeles who apparently is real popular. Uh, they had a pretty good match. It was funny because the little guy, like one guy was pretty significantly smaller than the other. He was coming at him the whole time, and it seemed like the redhead guy, once he was ready, he just took him out. Even though they called TKO kind of quick when it wasn't really a full TKO, but whatever. Uh, we had Eric Morales versus a young fighter. He tore him up pretty good. Morales is not a joke. I believe Morales is the one who knocked out Pacquiao a while back, or at least beat Pacquiao. And then there was another fight. I wasn't really paying that much attention to the one before that, but it was some good fights. The main event kind of disappointed because it ended early, but all in all, all in all, the main event was disappointing. That's my review of Mayweather versus Victor Ortiz. I'm hoping um, for the rematch. And then I'm hoping to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao, but at this point it looks like that's never going to happen. All right, peace out.